Hi, everyone. My name is Faith Eason. My business is Vocal Safety Management. I'm a safety enhancement specialist. So what I do is help businesses to improve their safety. Most businesses are knowledgeable at some level on safety. So I come in and I take them to the next level so that they can ensure compliance and they have continuous improvement and they can optimize their safety. So one area that I think is being neglected, and particularly over COVID, where people were sent home and they had to work from home. And that is ergonomics. So ergonomics is about sitting at the workstation. What I mean is where you're sitting and you're on the computer or you're on your tablet and even on your phone. If you have hold an awkward posture for a prolonged space of time, eventually it impacts on your spine. So in the initial stages, you might feel like, you'll have eye strain, you'll have back pain and general things like that. But over time, it actually becomes a permanent injury. It even impacts on your organs, because remember, your spine has all the nerves, and the nerves go into different parts of the body and different organs of the body. And that's where if the spine is not held in the correct position, some nerves become impinged, which means different parts of your body, whether it's, if you're talking about your stomach, then it's not getting the messages it needs to get. So as you know, the nerves send messages to say, well, from the brains will say, oh, I'm hungry, it's time for dinner, or whatever it might be. It also might impact on your breathing. So it impacts on different parts of your body in different ways. So over the long term, you then develop different types of illnesses as a result of not sitting correctly, not holding your spine correctly at the workstation. I know in having conversations with different people around COVID and how all of a sudden they couldn't work in the office, they had to stay home and work from home. A number of them said, oh, look, I didn't have a workstation. I didn't have ergonomic furniture. In other words, an office chair, an adjustable office chair. I didn't have that. I didn't have the workspace to even work at home. I was working off my kitchen counter. Somebody else said to me, I was working off my couch. And just various people were talking about different things. Some people were saying they're sitting on their beds. So that's not none of those are good places to be working and working a full day, because you're holding a poor posture. So, that would mean that it would impact on the productivity. Because if you're sitting for a while and you're thinking, oh, my back is sore, so you're not concentrating on your work. So the production or your productivity is lessened, and even the quality of work that you're giving is lessened, because maybe you've got a headache or you've got a backache, so you're not really working as well. So ergonomics is really important, and it is also part of working safely. So if the business is sending people to work at home, they need to make sure that an assessment is done at their homes to ensure that they got the correct furniture. So whether it's the desk, the chair, any other accessories they need to do the job, an actual assessment should be done. And if you think about it, COVID has been going for 2 years. It's more than enough time for workplaces to have pulled things together and be able to get their staff assessed at their workstation at home, if they're still working from home, whether it's 1 day a week, whether it's 3 days a week, whether it's 7 days a week. Because I know some number of businesses now have people that actually work remotely, but they need to be assessed. The workplace needs to ensure that they have the correct desk, correct chair, and the adjustments should be made accordingly. So that's one of the things I do. I help different organizations. I've helped big offices, lawyers' offices. I've helped consulting firms. I've helped not-for-profits. I've helped individuals. So that's part of what I do. Because most times, how do these workplaces begin to get in touch with me? The worker would come in and basically complain and say, look, so this is how they've eventually contacted me. So both, I'm thinking back of 2 organizations that I did just before COVID. And what happened was that the one worker complained to the supervisor and said, look, I'm suffering from back injury. When I sit at the desk, it's really aggravating my back. So they called me in and I helped the one worker. When I went in, because it was a big open plan office with numerous people in there. And when I came in to work on the one worker, everybody else was saying, well, me, I need it. So once I worked on the worker that was complaining about pain, got to set up with a chair and accessories. And when they saw that I had set them up correctly, in the end, the company called me back and said, look, can you do all our workers? So in the end, I worked with all their workers. And the workers were of different stature. The smallest one was something like 5'2". And she was working on it. She was using a chair that everybody else was using. The tallest person was like about 7 foot. And when I'm saying 7 foot, but he was really tall. So I think he could have been about 6'5" or something like that. But he was really tall and very well built. And again, he was working on a similar chair to everybody else. So as I began to go through and assess each different person, every one of us got, different body shapes. Some people have a longer top, a shorter top. Some got shorter legs, some got longer legs. And this is what I found. So in the end, it was really looking at each body part of each person, gave them all an assessment. And then the organization basically said, look, you got the reins, you can order all the chairs that they require, any equipment, get back to us and let us know what you need. So basically what I did was then I went to a supplier and I just said to him, look, we need some chairs. I walked in there, I had already assessed and determined what type of chairs, what sizes, the different type of people, the different weights, their heights, everything. And I went in and I was able to actually get different lots of chairs for them to try on. And eventually I was able to set them up, get them to order the accessories they needed for their particular type of work and set them up. And they were really pleased with that because I later got feedback from the supervisor and she was really pleased with the result. And of course, at the same time, there were other work health and safety policies and procedures they wanted in place, because there was other issues, safety issues that they wanted to address. And I was able to do that for them as well. And I also went and I did another organization. And again, the same thing, person's, suffering from a back injury, and sitting at the chair, was just causing the aggravating the injury. So again, going through the process of buying chairs, setting them up. Everybody else, when they saw the chairs, they were, oh, we want to trial this chair. Oh, I love this chair. And it just went on and on. So ergonomics is extremely important because at the end of the day, it is a safety issue. And if it's identified that the workplace hasn't taken the correct action to be able to help their staff, to be able to work safely, then again, it's going to impact, becomes a workers' compensation claim. So really important that you still do ergonomics at the workstation. So that's one of the things I do, and I help many organizations, many businesses, many individuals as well. So if you're one of those people that are working from home, you're running your business from home, I'm happy to help you as well with setting you up ergonomically, and also recommending your chair, what chair to use. So thank you for that. So what I will do is, when I upload this video, I also put in some comments in there. And in those comments, I'll put a link to my website, which is focal.com. But if you get into my website, you got any questions, get into my website, fill out the form, tell me what you require of me, leave your mobile number, and I can get back to you. Or otherwise, my phone number will be in there as well. So you can just ring me and speak to me, and I can help you as best as I can. I do give a 30-minute free consultation, so I'm able to help you. So thank you so much for listening. And if you're interested, I've got other videos out there, and I'm trying to talk about different subjects to help different businesses on different issues, and particularly on compliance. What does your workplace need to do? What are the requirements so that you are compliant? So I'm covering all different topics as much as I possibly can. So I'm educating as much people as possible. And that is what I want to achieve. Make sure I'm helping the workplaces and, saving them dollars, preventing human plus financial loss in their businesses. So thank you for listening.